Now let's bring up the SQL Server Administration tool. If we expand the Databases option, you'll see that there are two databases of which we're interested. One labeled MFG Pro, the other is labeled Sports2K. As we expand MFG Pro in tables, you'll notice that we have already duplicated the schema for this particular database. In fact, we've duplicated the schemas for both of the replication databases, and we have also pre-populated the data in these databases using the Pro2SQL bulk load feature. To further see the speed and ability of Pro2SQL, we've pre-written a couple of queries that will allow us to view the changes after Pro2SQL replicates. Let me minimize this screen until we need it again. Now let's start MFG Pro and make a change or two. Pay particular attention to the to be replicated grid as we make our changes. Let's change the address associated with the customer. That maintenance screen should be 2.1.1. We'll then press F10 to get the next customer, enter to edit, and let's change the address line 2 and press F1 to commit. Notice the transaction scope of the MFG Pro application has yet to allow the replication trigger to fire, and we do not yet have anything in the replication queue. We'll press F4 to finish the maintenance of the customer, and we should see a few records come into queue. Basically, we saw 3 records come into queue to be processed. The first one was the address master record, AD_master, for the actual address change. And since we have auditing enabled within MFG Pro, we also saw a before and after audit record come through. Now let's pull up our SQL Server tool and run a query to view the data. We now see that address 2 is appropriately changed. To show that multiple applications are supported within a single instance of Pro2SQL, we will pull up a Progress editor and change a customer in the sports database. Let's change this address to test and see what happens. We notice a queue record became available and is now processed. If we again check the SQL Server database, this time looking at the sports DB, we see that the customer record does in fact show a change. The last thing we're going to show here is the ability to control the replication process from within the admin tool. We can stop the replication processor by setting the status to off and saving the changes. Let's bring up the replication queue in order for you to see it shut down. You'll notice that the status indicator will flip to red or stopped. Be aware that any changes going on with the application are now stacking up since the replication queue is not running. Let's restart the replication queue once again, and we'll make a few changes to show you how they stack up until the process starts running. We'll make another change to our customer records within both applications. Notice the queue records are in place and the processor is still stopped. Give it just a second or two, and when the status goes green, the queue records get processed and deleted. Again, we check the SQL Server database to ensure our changes were written, and they were. That concludes this demo of BravePoint's Pro2SQL tool. Hopefully this demonstration was helpful and informative. Feel free to contact BravePoint at 770-449-9696 if you have any additional questions concerning this product. Thank you.